Section 1. Video 4. Try React with JSX for development. 1. We will set up a basic HTML page, and load React and React DOM modules from a CDN, as we did in the previous video. 2. We will load a standalone Babel compiler from a CDN, to compile JSX in the browser. 3. We will write the same React component as before, using the more concise JSX syntax. We will start with a simple HTML page. View it in the browser. Now, as we did in the previous video, we will add a div container to render our React component to. And, again, we will load the development React and React DOM modules from a content delivery network. Now, we will be writing our React code with JSX, which is an HTML-like syntax extension to JavaScript. JSX makes React easier for developers to read and write. Most React code nowadays is written using JSX. Browsers, however, cannot read JSX, so the code we write using JSX must first be compiled to pure JavaScript. We will use a compiler called Babel to convert JSX to JavaScript. We can load a standalone Babel compiler from a CDN, and compile our code in the browser. However, this is a relatively slow process, using a large development build of React, so this approach should only be used for development, and not in production. Let's load the Babel compiler from a CDN. Now, to add JSX code that should be compiled using Babel in script tags, we need to add a type attribute of text/Babel. We are now able to add React code written using JSX. If you compare this React code to the code written without JSX in the previous video, you will see that the JSX code is simpler and terser. Now, save the file and test it out in the browser. Reload the page in the browser. Click on the Like button. It works as expected. We have successfully created a development-only setup for trying React with JSX, using a standalone Babel compiler that runs in the browser. To summarize, we set up a basic HTML page, and loaded React and React DOM modules from a CDN, as we did in the previous video. We loaded a standalone Babel compiler from a CDN, to compile JSX in the browser. And, we wrote the same React component as before, using the more concise JSX syntax. In the next video, we will try out React with JSX for production.